Alright, guys. I'm so sorry. So sorry. And it was with him. Sorry, it's a Swiss German song right now, on right now. Sorry. Okay. Ambulatory molasses generator. Molasses. Molasses, you say? Okay. Here we go. Say. Euclid. Kette. Euclid. That thing, oh damn, that jumped around. I think that's the first time I've ever seen it jump to every single object class besides Thaumiel. And then back to another one. Special containment procedures. SCP-2045 is to be continuously covered with a dummy tractor to maintain the appearance of normality. Any civilians who come into contact with SCP-2045 are to be amnesticized. All debris left by SCP-2045 is to be cleared away by Foundation assets. Methods to contain SCP-2045 are currently being considered. SCP-2045 is to be contained within a standard humanoid class containment cell with a calendar on the wall indicating the days of the week and an empty 2-liter bucket. Every Tuesday, SCP-2045 fills the bucket with blackstrap molasses. When the bucket is filled, one Class 3 operative is to enter SCP-2045's containment, approach SCP-2045 and speak the phrase, "That's enough molasses, Jeffrey, thank you." Personnel are then to remove the filled bucket and replace it with a fresh bucket. Contingent on SCP-2045's good behavior, and at their own discretion, personnel may then kiss SCP-2045 on its forehead. Due to the difficulties resulting from SCP-2045's apparent inability to comprehend that it now has an SCP designation rather than a name, personnel are authorized to address SCP-2045 as Jeffrey. Makes sense. Probably didn't stop if you called it. If you said, "That's enough molasses, SCP-2045, thank you." And he's like, just keeps on producing molasses. He's like, "No, stop! We had enough!" Trying to shake it. "We had enough, please!" "You absolute bastard!" SCP-2045 is never to be contained at a site that is within 200 kilometers from the present containment location of SCP-3872. Well, we will know about that in a couple of years. As a description. SCP-2045 is a sapient humanoid automaton which can generate blackstrap molasses from a flask-shaped protrusion on its back, and then control the motion of that molasses. Humanoid automaton. Kind of weird to kiss that on the forehead. Oh, yeah, you did a good job. What is this guy? Me listening to ASMR? It is 92 centimeters tall and made of wood, porcelain, cloth, silver, and iron in response to the name Jeffrey. It is capable of speech but is of lower intelligence. Every Tuesday, SCP-2045 will generate 2 liters of blackstrap molasses from its flask and telekinetically direct the molasses into the bucket. And here we have a big ass footnote. God damn! Although SCP-2045 understands that Tuesday is a recurring phenomenon, it does not appear to grasp the frequency. Example, once every 7 days, with which Tuesdays occurs, in the absence of a calendar or other external reminders. A reminder, SCP-2045 will decide apparently at random that a given day feels like Tuesday. This will also occur if personnel repeatedly misinform SCP-2045 as when Tuesday occurs, in which case we'll attribute the misinformation to memory lapse or simple errors, and that's so basically just random. Tuesday is not even like really a day that it's following. It's just like, oh, this, as I said, it feels like Tuesday. Motherfucker, it's Thursday, bro. Like, don't shoot at molasses. We're not ready. In the absence of a bucket, SCP-2045 will continue generating molasses until it decides that it has generated enough. So if you don't have a bucket, it might just fill the whole room. SCP-2045 claims to have been made by a woman who it refers to as only as Miss, and who is unable to. By the way, I heard of the of molasses multiple times, but I actually never looked up what it is. Used as a sweetener. It is a byproduct of a sugar-making process and comes from crushed sugar cane or sugar beets. So I knew it was sweet, but I never actually knew what it fully was. First manufactured crushed sugar cane or sugar beets to extract the juice. Gotcha. Okay, interesting. And I know it's like very thick fluid, right? Like it's like it pours slowly, almost like Is it slower? I believe it's slower than honey, if I'm not mistaken. So imagine having a whole room full of molasses, and you're just opening up, you're just like, and you're just, oh god, we gotta clean this whole thing out. SB2045 claims to have been made by a woman. Yeah, Ms. was unable to describe in useful terms. See interview 5. It claims to have resided in her home, which it is likewise unable to describe usefully, and to have generated molasses for her on a weekly basis until the day was unable to find her. In her absence, it continued generating molasses until it wasn't Tuesday anymore, at which point it began to search for her, and to telekinetically carry the molasses with it because nobody came to get it from me, and it's not good to just leave it behind. Just carry like a 2-ton amount of molasses. Miss, where are you? I have all this molasses just for you. Which, let's be honest, she died of old age for sure. It just said like, oh, until she never came back. She definitely passed away, and he just doesn't understand that that's what's happened. He's just like, oh, she just didn't come home. Nope. No SB204. Ow. No, Jeffrey. Sorry, Jeffrey. She dead. She ceases to exist. Personnel with level 3 clearance or higher may access the previous obsolete description of SB2045. SB2045 is a mobile coherent mass of blackstrap molasses currently located in the American Northwest. SB2045 is approximately 300 times 300 times 10 meters in dimension with wait a minute. Oh, the previous obsolete description. Oh, okay, I see. I get it. Dimension with fluctuation based on the movement absorbed objects. SB2045 weighs about that is wow, 1,324,160,000 kilograms, indicating that SB2045 has absorbed a significant amount of material during its existence. For the reference, the mass of 300 times 300 times 10 meter block of pure blackstrap molasses would be 1,312,560,000 kilograms. SB2045 flows at an approximately rate of 10 kilometers per year. When SB2045 was first discovered on the 5th 6th 1907 in the Cascade Mountain Range, it was believed that its motion was due solely to the effect of gravity, similar to glacier movement. However, as of 9th 3rd 1989, when SB2045 completely detached from the Cascades into the plateau, SB2045 continued motion at a rate of 8 kilometers per year, despite no obvious motive force. How is this the description that they had before, and how did it change to like it was a small puppet? Oh, that's a lot of molasses still. Jesus. Objects that came into the contact with SB2045 are trapped and absorbed. It is not believed to be anomalous, but it is simply the result of coming in contact with a large mobile mass of molasses. While it is possible to mount recovery operations for personnel trapped in SB2045, the resources involved are tremendous, and due to the large amount of physical trauma and rapid asphyxiation that occurs, the likelihood of success is low. Out of 5 attempts made to rescue Foundation personnel, only 1 was successful, and that guy is forever traumatized about anything sugary. SB2045 has a large amount of objects trapped in it, in a manner similar to the action of glaciers. In addition to a large number of boulders, dirt, architectural debris, cadavers of various animal species, including at least 400 humans, and dead trees, SB2045 also appears to contain a parachute harness and several firearms and vehicles. Due to SB2045's composition, these appear to be perfectly preserved. The age of SB2045 is unknown, dating of samples has been inconclusive, and SB2045 has suffered no apparent deterioration during its time in Foundation observation. Due to the motion of SB2045, a trail of debris is perpetually left behind it in a pattern similar to glacier debris. In order to avoid suspicion, these debris are to be collected as described in the containment procedures. That's a lot of collecting you have to do, though. God. SB2045 was first discovered by the Foundation in 1907 during a flyover of the Cascades to test then new aerial surveillance technology. Well, hey, it worked because you found an anomaly. Due to its isolation, SB2045 was classified as safe and kept under normal surveillance. However, after an unknown event altered the course of SB2045, resulting in the destruction of the town of Redacted, the object's classification was raised to Euclid and to Keter when it was realized that SB2045 did not require gravity to power its movement. Since then, SB2045 has been under perpetual Foundation observation and has traveled a total distance of 980 kilometers. So that's how it jumped. When they thought it was just this block of molasses, the fact that it changed direction into a town made it into Euclid, and then the fact that it was like so much destruction, and who knows how long this has been going around, changed it to Keter. But then the fact that they found out it was actually a puppet thing, they probably just reduced it to Euclid because they're like, oh yeah, all we gotta do is just tell him to stop. The only thing is we don't know when he creates molasses, because he just says it feels like Tuesday. Excerpt of interview 5, full transcript available upon request with level 3 security clearance or higher. Hi, Dr. Biaroanga. Has Miss shown up yet? No, Jeffrey. She hasn't. Ah, well, it's not Tuesday, so it's not molasses making time. But it's almost Tuesday, right? Let me guess, it says this interview in question took place on Friday. I mean, you're not that wrong. I mean, like, you have Saturday, Sunday, Monday to wait for a while. But Friday is closer, like, Tuesday is closer to Friday than Friday being closer to Tuesday, so yeah. Not really. You just have to wait a little while and then I can make molasses for you. No, Jeffrey, that's not necessary. I'd like to ask some questions about Miss, actually. Oh, alright. Miss is very kind to me. Yes, I'm sure she is. Could you tell me what she looked like? She was big. Bigger than me. And? Oh, I'm sorry, did you want more? Yes, please. Whatever you can remember. She could walk around? I remember she walked around a lot. Sometimes she'd been in one room, sometimes she's been in another room, and sometimes she walked from one room to another room. Sometimes she came to get the molasses from me, and sometimes I brought it to her while she was doing things. I see. Jeffrey, could you maybe tell me about Mrs. Face? Yes, she had one. What? She definitely had a face. Yes, and hair, I remember that. Or lips. Lips are for giving kisses when I'm good. Am I being good? Yes, Jeffrey, you're being good. Can you tell me about Mrs. Hair? What color was it? Hair has a color? Yes, was it black, or white, or brown, or maybe yellow or orange? I don't know, I didn't notice. I'm sorry. Am I being bad? I don't want to be bad. No, Jeffrey, you're not being bad. Can I have a kiss then? SB2045 points to its forehead. When we're done with the questions, alright? Alright, good. Jeffrey, can you tell me what color Miss was? I don't understand what you mean. Her skin. Oh, skin. Yes, she had skin. She absolutely had skin. I know that, and I couldn't see it all the time because she wore clothing. Clothes are important, right? Yes, but I meant. Alright. You remember Dr. Lindgren who was here to talk with you the other day? Yeah, she's nice. And you remember what she looks like? Yeah. Remember how her skin is light pink? And my skin is dark brown? See? It is? It is? Wow, I never noticed that. Can you tell me if Mrs. Skin was light pink or dark brown or maybe another color? Really sorry, I don't know. I really don't. Honest, I don't know it was important. Eyes. Eyes. She had eyes, I remember now, eyes of looking. She had two of them and they were on her face like yours and they were white with little dots of color in them just like yours. I remember. I'm being good, yes. For the interview with SB2045 has been similarly unproductive. Poor little guy. He clearly was not meant to remember anything. He has one task, and one task only, which is making molasses. Give him a forehead kiss. He's trying his best. Acquisition log. The destination of SB2045 was originally applied to the Korean mobile plus 1.3 megaton mass of molasses, which was under the Foundation surveillance beginning in 1997. In 1999, the Foundation undertook an operation to destroy greater than 99.9999% of the mass of molasses via a combination of incendiaries, directed energy weaponry, and radioactive technology, with the goal of reducing it to a form small enough to be properly contained. The entity now known as SB2045 was discovered at the mass center, still generating molasses. An on-site operative spontaneously vocalized a request that the entity stops making molasses. The entity complied and asked whether it had generated enough molasses. It was subsequently taken to custody. Can you imagine? It's just like, you are the molasses avatar. That's basically it. It's just 2045 was in a molasses cube, just like that. And then finally freed him, and it's just like, have I done it? Have I created enough molasses? And it was like, yes, please stop. You made enough. That's enough, Jeffrey. That's enough. You did good work, Jeffrey. You did good work. You did good work. You did good work. Now rest, Jeffrey. Rest. It's Tuesday right now. I can't rest. Fucking Jeffrey, no! It was Tuesday yesterday. It's not Tuesday again. But it feels like Tuesday. It's not Tuesday.